Oh, hey guys, it's Xaoslegend. Um, so I was trying out another deck, another homebrew. I guess this one kind of takes a lot of uh, things that the blue-red-white spreading deck kind of has. So I think it's quite a bit different. I mean, you don't have Earthquake, you don't have Ajani Vengeant. Those are the main differences. I think that's mostly what they play red for. I guess you can play Rune Blast or whatever. They usually only have very few red sources. So. Maybe some lightning bolts, right? Anyway, so this is just my blue-white straight-up deck. I just think the heat cards that you get for playing, a lot of white are a lot better than, splashing red. So you've got the 4 Devout Lightcasters on the board, which is just brutal against black decks and pretty solid against Jund. I guess someone wants to buy one of my packs. Let's do this really quick. None of the bots want to give me more than like a Tix and a half for a Mirage pack. That's pretty stupid. I'll sell it to another player because, they will give me a reasonable amount. Anyway, so basically it's a Shroud deck. So you've got your 4 Death Duelists, your 4 Wall Denials, your 3 Sphinx of Jor Isles. You're running Ajani and Jace, which are actually both very good in control matchups. And against aggro like Ajani, a lot of the time is just pretty good. You get a couple guys and you just start gaining life, or you make your guys bigger, and it's just pretty brutal for them. I mean, it's not that exciting, but certainly not bad. Scepter of Dominance is just an overall good card. Works pretty well spreading seas. You spread some of their lands, start dominancing their other lands, keeping them off their colors. Play a couple Courier's Capsules, a couple Divinations, a couple Jaces, and Mind Spring all for card draw. You run a Singleton Martial Coup in the main deck. Works pretty well with Goldmane. Run 3 Negates, 3 Cancels, 2 Essence Scatters as your counter spell package. And that seems to work just fine. Spreading Seas obviously just cycles against a lot of people and just works pretty well. The deck tends to be almost an auto-win against like mono-red or red-white. So that's nice, right? Because you drop Death Duelist and Wall of Denial, and there's very little those decks can do. I mean, they just got to burn you out straight to the face, and you got some counter spells and you gain some life, and it just goes very badly for them. And after board, it's just worse. You board in your purges, and your flash freezes. You've got even more efficient ways to stop them. Other than them getting like a really fast draw and Bane firing you out, usually there's not very much they can do. Against Jund, you've got a lot of tools. You can disrupt them, you can stop a lot of their guys. Death Duelist turns off, Bloodbraid it turns off, Rune Blaster, after it kills one of your lands. Obviously their tokens from Thrinax don't do a lot. They only get a couple of attacks. And such, right? If they're running the 2/2 go get a land guy, then he's pretty bad against that too. If you get a couple duelists out, they can stop a whole ton of guys. So they generally work pretty well there. Wall of Denial, same thing. Sphinx of Jor Isle tends to be pretty good against Broodmate. And nice thing about having Ajani is you can make your Sphinx of Jor Isle bigger than your opponent's Sphinx of Jor Isle. So if you run into that mirror situation, sometimes you can just overpower them that way. Or Baneslayer, right? So that's pretty good. Pitfall Traps is here for specifically for Great Sable Stag. That card really sucks for this deck. Because if it's in the Jund deck, then they're going to have Maelstrom Pulse that can destroy your scepters anyway. So it's not going to work, You have your Wrath effects, but you don't want to have to Wrath just because they have that one card out. So Pitfall Trap takes care of it, even if you have to cast the full casting cost. Purge is good against a lot of things, black and red planeswalkers, Thrynax, any number of things. Flash Freeze is always good. Devout Lightcaster is really good against a lot of things. He's even really good against this random Esper deck I played against, So then you got your Day of Judgments, your Martial Coup. So that's the deck, and so I got a few games that I can show you. Basically, it's been 50-50. I won basically half the time, lost basically half the time. So not amazing, but I think I've had a pretty high level of bad draws. In the second daily event I played with it, I had to mulligan 6 games out of 9 in my 3 rounds, before the finals. So that's just silly. The mana base on this deck is very good. It shouldn't really happen. Anyway, so that's that.